Hello, welcome back. We're taking a look today at how you can truly have it all. Yeah, that's the title of our discussion, how you can truly have it all. And we're in the section of the text known as the lessons of the Holy Spirit. So as you go forward studying this course, and I know that some of you are longtime course students, and well, this has been the primary centerpiece of my own spiritual practice for the past 10 years. And I know that there are a number of you who have been studying this material much longer than that. And there are those of you who are just checking this out, and those of you who have just picked this course up and it's brand new to you. So, quick statement, these videos are appropriate for all experience levels. Those who have been doing something for 30 years need to hear the same basic information as someone who's just starting out. First of all, it may be the time after 30 years plus that the message finally hits home and you begin to get it on a different level, right? So one message for one student. There is only one of us, and one of the themes that we'll talk about here is perfect equality. Perfect equality. So those of you just starting out are going to notice that when we're talking about having it all, we mean the peace of God. It's not a course about manifestation. It's not. It's not a course about having more stuff in the world, whether it is a shinier, sexier body or a shinier, sexier car, more money, a bigger home, a brand new lover for the weekend or for the next 20 years, or whatever that looks like. There are a number of offerings out there that aim to get you more stuff in the world. This is not one of them. The central teaching of A Course in Miracles, really the center, and Jesus tells us this, is that there is no world. There is no world. And if you're through with the round of suffering and you truly want, the peace of God, then you can simply put your awareness where it belongs, and that's healing the mind. As you may have noticed, when you begin to heal the mind, the world that appears external follows suit, and you begin to have a more peaceful dream, a more peaceful, loving experience. And paradoxically enough, some of those things that there are people out there attempting to manifest in the world, some of those things just kind of show up, don't they? But it's not because you're focusing on them. And maybe they show up, maybe they don't, right? It's not the point. The point is healing the mind. So let's spend our time on that. So you can truly have it all. And in this section of the text, chapter 6, section 5, the lessons of the Holy Spirit, we're looking at the very first lesson that the Holy Spirit teaches us, and that's to have, give all to all. To have, give all to all. Now, the Holy Spirit teaches us that the body is not real. This does not constitute life or reality. So we work on the mind. And why is only the mind real? Well, only the mind can be shared. Now, you can say that you share the physical body with people, but even in our most intimate relationships, it's not with everyone. It's not, right? So bodies can temporarily come together, but they can't all join at once. But an idea can reach everyone. Only the mind can be shared. Incidentally, when you see this image on your screen, really it's just an image on your screen. What's being shared is the Holy Spirit. Your inner teacher is being shared here. Love is being shared here. This course is being shared here, not this physical body. So, one of the foundational centerpieces of this thought system, in fact, it's the very first sentence of the text. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. There's no order of difficulty at all. One is indeed just like another. Raising the dead is just as powerful as smiling at your neighbor and wishing them good morning. Really, truly. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. No one is superior to you because they appear to be calmer on the surface, or they appear to be more forgiving, or they appear to be gentler than you, slower to anger, or whatever, right? Nobody is superior to you. There is no superiority, nor is there inferiority, because there are no ranks. There are no degrees. There's no separation at all of any kind. Never has been. So the statement that there is no order of difficulty in miracles is a statement of perfect equality, isn't it? They're equal. We're equal. Perfect equality. That's the theme. If you take nothing else out of this conversation, take these two words, perfect equality. Only one equal gift can be offered to the equal Son of God, singular, Son of God. Only one equal gift can be offered to the equal Son of God. That is true appreciation for your brother, for who he really is. Not this image that you see with the body's eyes when you look out at the world. That's not who your brother really is, and it's not who you really are either. So, one equal gift for our equal brother, the Son of God, and that's full and complete appreciation for what he is. We're overlooking, so to speak, we're looking past all of the psychodrama and all of the crap that people may post on social media, all of the BS that your brother spouts on his Facebook feed just because he can. Everything that we look out and deem unsavory or worse, but we look past all of that to the reality of who we are. And as you look at your brother, so you look at yourself. Why? There is no separation of any kind. So we're invited to see our brother for who he really is. And by this, I mean men and women, everyone. We're invited to see our brother for who he is. We're invited to see the Son of God for who he is. Truly. This is a communication device. This is how the Holy Spirit, your inner teacher, sees it. That's how we use it. This is how I'm using this thing right now as a communication device. Now, you may use this device in different ways. You don't have to start a YouTube channel and broadcast to a global audience unless you're called to, right? And well, guess what has happened with me? That's directive. Yeah. Yours may look completely differently. And that's perfect. It's perfect just the way it appears because there are people out there that only you are going to really, really connect with. You've got the connections with them right now. And if you don't, you will. There are people out there that will learn best from you and your sharing of the Holy Spirit with them. So we do our forgiveness practice under the guidance of our inner teacher who directs us. And the Holy Spirit always communicates only what can be shared with all. Only what can be shared with all. Only what's universally applicable, in other words, perfect equality, perfect oneness, love. Therefore, the first lesson of the Holy Spirit is to give all to all, extend the Holy Spirit to everyone, extend love to everyone, not just a select few, not the person whom you call your beloved in your individual relationship, but all. All. Give all, extend love to all. And not love the way it's depicted in the world, which is extraordinarily limited between exactly two people, a romantic attraction between exactly two people, a romantic union between exactly two people. No, nothing against that. I'm married, by the way. So in case you're wondering, well, what's your situation? I'm very happily married. I have 2 children. So what we mean by this is looking beyond what passes for romantic love and love here in the world. Love is, in fact, abstract. You can't really point to it, can you? We can say it's this and that it's a feeling, it's a series of emotions, it's a way of being. Well, it's completely abstract because you can't package it. I mean, we can buy stuff for Valentine's Day or something or a gift, but we can't package love. It's not a tangible thing, it's an idea. So only ideas can be truly shared. So to have the peace of God, give peace, right? That's actually the next lesson that we move forward from here. But in order to have something, right, an idea, powerful idea, the peace of God, we extend love to all. We give all to all without holding back, without holding out little pockets of reserved hatred for somebody. As we've seen here, and we see throughout this course, forgiveness is either total or it's not at all. We can't reserve some special forms of hatred for the opposing political party, for example. We can't do that and have the peace of God, which is total. We're invited to want only that. Therefore, here in the world where we certainly appear to be one of these devices, these communication devices, certainly seems real to us. We've made it so. We look past the outward appearance to what is really there, to the core, if you will, to the essence, if you prefer that term. We look beyond, through, right? We look to what really is, and we are invited to see our brother for who he really is. And as we do this, we see ourselves as we truly are. That is what this course is about clarifying our perception, about learning to perceive truly, about learning to see things as they are, rather than the way that we've made them, the way we'd have them be, with 8 billion individual self-sustaining survival units engaged in these bizarre systems that we refer to as economic systems, in which we dedicate and spend our entire existence. So it appears. Yet somewhere deep down, you're watching this because you know that there's more to it than this. And of course there is. Of course there is. And you know this full well. We all do. Otherwise, we'd never set foot on the spiritual path in any way. Because we wouldn't feel that there was something else out there for us. And you do, don't you? You just know. You just know. So how you can truly have it all is by listening to your inner teacher and doing what your inner teacher suggests. So to have the peace of God, give all to all, extend peace. See your brother for who he really is. That's what we do. Now, as we close here, let's just circle back to what we talked about a little bit earlier here at the outset. And that's that honestly, if you're new to this material, these ideas can seem quite shocking, and they should. And I hope that they do. How about that? Yeah, I do. I hope that they seem shocking in some respect. Because along with those moments of shock, there are going to be some aha moments. There are going to be some moments of clarity where you actually will experience a sense of profound gratitude and relief, because this book will say some things that you've always thought were true. It's going to hit you if you stick with it. Now, if you don't stick with it, then of course nothing's going to hit you. No problem, right? There are many doors. This is only one form of spiritual practice. It's the essence of all spiritual practice, awakening, that matters. There are many doors. This is only one of them. And it's very important to realize, especially if you're just starting out, that this is going to shock you. There is no world. Again, there is no world. And you look around you and you think, of course there is. What are you talking about? Well, truth. In truth, our reality, our home, is not a physical body that lasts 80 years if we're lucky. And quite possibly a lot less than that, right? That's not the Son of God. And perhaps that really rings so true that it will cause you to dive headfirst into this material and study and practice it. And I hope that may be the case. Along with the shocking moments are going to come moments of great clarity. That's true of all spiritual traditions. This one's no different. And it's focused on the mind. Jesus makes it very clear here that this is a course in mind training. So if it is manifestation of physical objects that you're primarily after, well, then this is not that. Nothing against those things. You should see the collection of wine that I'm accumulating. It's pretty cool, right? So we can enjoy things in the world. That's what we're saying here is, don't think that you can't enjoy things going on here in the dream. You can, and you should. Why? Because this is a communication mechanism, and there are people out there that only you can reach. This course is a course in mind training, and it aims to have us Switch thought systems. We're invited to switch thought systems from the thought system of the world, in other words, the ego, individual, self-sustaining survival unit competing with others, all of that, to the thought system of the Holy Spirit as expressed in this course, in A Course in Miracles. Switch thought systems 180 degrees. So naturally, there are going to be some moments as I'm sure you're aware. And if you've been doing this for a while, you'll have experienced many of those on the path. The path is full of them. Right? That's part of it as we change our mind. And that's really what this is all about, is changing our mind. So that's my invitation to you today and every day, is to allow your inner teacher to speak to you and change your mind. All right. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, the subscription button's right here. That's the red arrow. Go ahead and click that and subscribe here if you haven't. We'd love to have you. And along the lines of this being, well, different than how we were all raised in the world, if you have comments or questions, I'd love to hear from you. So please feel welcome if there's anything that you feel you need clarification of and you'd like to ask here on this comment thread. Please go ahead and do so. And thank you for joining me. I will see you again soon.